Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fade, and you're listening to Attacking the Beats on IllMuzik.com. Once again, we got another 5 beats, another 5 reviews, and I think I'm just going to jump right into it this time and get started. So first up, we got GT Beats with Dream Killers. Let's check it out. Right. Okay, so that was GT Beats with Dream Killers. All right, so on this one, I don't know if you did it on purpose, but because I see the title called Dream Killers. So, but the thing is that when I listened to it, the acoustic guitar you got at the beginning, it's definitely out of tune. So I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I think you definitely need to fix that because it was really out of tune. So it just took away from the rest of the beat or whatever. And then you have later on, about halfway through the beat, about a minute in or so, same thing. You had the guitar, I think it was pan left this time, and you had it same type of deal. It was kind of out of tune and stuff. So, I mean, it's very noticeable. So I would definitely fix that. All right, that'd be my number one priority. The rest was good though. I liked that. And well, actually, except for the snare. I was going to mention that because the snare was good. It's just that it's got this reverberation to it, this tingy sound to it and stuff. So I would do away with that snare, just change it to something else. It's very noticeable when the snare's open, because when you had the other music on top, you don't really notice it. But I did notice it. Once I heard it at the beginning, then I could really hear it. I still heard it throughout, right? Because I'm trying to hear it, right? So, but yeah, I would just swap out that snare and just change it for something else. But I do like the structure of the beat. It's cool. I like that you have the smooth keys that come in. The kick's very nice. But I would definitely do something with that snare and the guitar. You got to put it in tune or just get rid of it or something. But it's a nice beat, and the fact that you left it open with the keys, that was good, because you're leaving it open for an MC or whatever. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so just fix those few things, and that's it. You'll be good to go. All right. So next up, we've got Keezy with Keezy Duke. I don't know. Keezy Duke. All right, let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Keezy with Keezy Duke. I hope I got that straight. But all right, so for this one, okay, at the beginning, I like the low end synth. Okay, it sounds pretty cool and all that shit. And you had a nice kick. I'm not crazy about that snare, and I'll tell you why. Because when I'm listening to it, right away I got the impression that the whole drum track, or actually the whole mix, but especially that drum track, needs to be mixed better. It needs to be under control, if you will. And I think it's just the mix, really. I mean, what a lot of people do for the drum tracks is, let's say you have kick, snare, hat, and a cymbal or something like that, whatever. Then you can, you basically add some kind of compression to your drums, just something to tighten it up, okay? And then add some swing to it to give it a nice groove and all that. I think that's all you really need to do is just, do some little tweaks and stuff, And I mean, I always preach about mixing, how important it is and all that. And it's important to get your levels straight and all that. But I think it's also important, of course, to get, just everything sounding nice, So in your case, I think it's just everything needs to be tightened up, But especially with those drums. The synth, like I said, the low end's good. Although that high synth, that sounded cheesy, So I don't know. I mean, lots of times I've said that to people. Like, I don't know what they're using for their synths. I don't know if you're using something on the computer or if you're using something straight from a keyboard synth. I don't know, but it does sound cheesy. So you could just swap out everything you're doing with just some other sound, like some other plug-in synth, let's say, and just swap out the MIDI. It's just MIDI notes, so you just swap out what the MIDI is playing, right? So just do that. Just try to get a better sounding synth. And there's a lot of nice ones out there. You just got to really look, and actually check the forums. And there's one that's free VSTs. I can't remember where I put it, but it's probably in the software section of the forums. Anyway, and there's the free VSTs there and stuff. It's a nice list, and I think there's quite a bit of synths listed there. So anyway, give it a shot. And but overall, just you got to tighten up the whole mix, man. That's it. All right, so next up we've got No Nonsense Beats with Dapper. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was No Nonsense Beats with Dapper. All right, for this one, man, you really did yourself. I mean, that's a dope track. It sounded nice and smooth. I like that. The kick was nice. Snare was nice. I like you have that that nice little hat roll thing going on and stuff. I think that made a big difference, just having that. And when the saxophone came in, that was smooth. That was really nice. I like that. Very subtle bass line. You know, it's a very smooth beat. I think the only fault I can really hear in it is the fact that you have those other horns that come in later. and I'm assuming it's some kind of synth, right? And it's one of those things, man. I've always said is that the horns, man. That's one of those things you just can't fake, really. I never really found a good VST for horns. So anytime I use horns, I want to have horns in my beat. I just sample it because you just can't fake it. I think horns, they sound okay in a sense, but really, I think the best thing is just to get a real horn sample, or just, if you play saxophone or trumpet or whatever yourself, that's even better, but most of us don't. So if you can get, a sample from someone who's actually playing the instrument, that's nice, so, but sometimes, yeah, it's good to have the plug-in, and in your case, you made it work, it's good, although I do, it does sound like it's, on the fake side, let's say, whatever. But besides that, the rest of the beat is really good. I really like it. It's some dope shit, man. And especially that snare, that was good because it's not smacking. Because if it was smacking, like a real snappy snare, I don't think it would really fit with the vibe of the beat. So I was glad you kept that kind of snare. You have to it's more like a thicker, duller snare, but it works. It's good. So that's a dope beat. I like it. All right. So next up, we got On and Calf with By the Ocean. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was On and Calf with By the Ocean. All right, so this one's interesting because I really like that piano. It's so smooth. It's a nice smooth beat. You could tell it's like this just smooth beat by the ocean, let's say. That's why they call it By the Ocean, and it just goes really well with the title, really. So, but it's a nice beat. I like it, and the problem I have, though, I think, is just that it's not a bad thing, really. It's just that the low end, especially that 808, it sounds nice and all that. It's just that, in a way, it just doesn't sound like it goes with that piano, because the piano sounds so nice and chill, right? It sounds like a happy beat type of thing, like smooth, mellow, happy beat. Whereas the 808 and the low end, it sounds like it's something that should be with an eerie type of beat, like an evil type beat almost. You know what I mean? But they do go okay together. I just wouldn't have really kept it if I was doing it. Let's say I would have changed it up somewhat. But they are good, though. I mean, the 808 and the drums, I do like it. I mean, especially the drum work sounds really nice. I like how you did that little stutter sped up part there with the snare and the hat and all that. It's nice, but it's just, I don't know. It just kind of doesn't really go with the piano in a way, but it does. But it doesn't. So, but overall, it's nice. I like it. It's a nice beat, and definitely it's something I could see people playing by the ocean. That's some dope shit. All right, so next up we got the last beat. It's YJP 7933. I'll Hope I got that right with Trap Promise. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was YJP7933 with Trap Promise. All right, so for this one, this is a nice beat, man. I like it. It's nice and smooth, and it's funny because I'm listening to this, and the whole time I'm just waiting for the snare to come in. You know, I'm waiting for like the actual drum track to come in. You know, and it doesn't. You know, and it's good and bad. You know, both. You know, because even though I want to hear the drums coming in, really. Still, it's nice what you did. It's nice and smooth. So it's cool. It's like a finger snap thing, a little clap thing, whatever. And it does sound really smooth and all that. The main thing though is that I was just wishing for some kind of change up to the beat, because it was just the same thing over and over. Although it was very smooth, I was just expecting to have a little more added to it. I mean, traditionally I would have. There'd be like a drum track on it, and then some synths or whatever, especially for a trap beat. In your case, you didn't do that, but it's okay, it works and all that. But let's say if you did add some some synth, it would definitely make a difference. Because that would just give it some kind of change up. Okay, because the beat you have now is nice and smooth, a little repetitive, but it's very, very smooth. If you add some kind of synth to it, just very subtle, but not the whole way through, just here and there. That would give it a nice little change up, a little hook or whatever, but it definitely would work. Just a little synth on top of that shit, man. I think it would make a big difference on the beat. Yeah, but for what it is, though, it's smooth. I like it. That's the main thing, man. And I could definitely see an MC ripping on top of this, man, for sure. Because even though it doesn't really sound like a full track, let's say, still it could definitely work. So. Alright, so that's it for me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending the beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat is... drumroll, please. No Nonsense Beats with Dapper. Let's check it out.